Hello, YouTube. I recently went through the entire process of getting Google's Generative AI Leader certification. I'm going to share everything the official guide doesn't tell you. I'll cover the costs, the registration bugs, the payment hurdles that almost stopped me, and the exact study method I used to pass on the first try. My name is Tim, and I'll walk you through the most confusing steps so you don't have to figure it all out the hard way. First, I'll show you how I used NotebookLM to create an ultimate study guide. Then we'll dive into the surprisingly difficult registration and payment process. And finally, I'll walk you through the final exam day setup, including one weird trick I used to pass the dreaded brightness test. So before we get into the technical nightmares, let's talk about studying. The free course itself is good. It provides videos, readings, and quizzes, but the most valuable thing it gives you is a cheat sheet, a PDF summary after every chapter. Now, these summaries are gold. I knew I only wanted to pay the $99 fee only once, so failure was not an option. Here's what I did. I downloaded every chapter summary, I took the official mock exam, then I went to Google NotebookLM and uploaded everything. The summaries, the mock questions, and even the official exam registration page, requirements, instructions, and all the YouTube videos that are presented in the free Google course. This created a perfect knowledge base. I could then go and generate unlimited mock questions based on the knowledge sources that I've uploaded earlier. So this was the key to my revision. It allowed me to practice and revise until I was feeling that I'm ready to take the exam. Now, the extremely useful notebooks podcast generation feature also helped me a lot because I could generate a long 30-40 minute podcast and listen to it when I was on my way to work. Now the hard part, the registration process. This is where it gets messy for non-technical people. First, you click register and it takes you to the web assessor page. You have to fill in your details, and here are the 3 traps to avoid. Trap number 1, your name. Make sure that your name corresponds with the name on the document that you will need later to show to the camera during the verification process. If there's an error, you're in trouble. Trap number 2, your location. Make sure that the country you enter is the country that you are physically in right now. Trap number 3, do not include the plus sign before your country code. If you do, you'll get a vague error message with no explanation. It took me forever to figure this out. Thank you, Reddit. After you survive that, congratulations. You can now choose your exam. If you want to save yourself a world of pain, consider the on-site Proctored exam at a testing facility. If you choose the remote Proctor exam, like I did, prepare for some more challenges. But don't worry, I will guide you and do my best to make it as easy for you as possible. Next, you have to pay. I entered my credit card details and clicked continue. The website just showed a blank screen that said processing like forever. I refreshed, tried again, nothing. I went online and found out that others also had the same issue. Finally, my 3rd credit card worked. Here's what I think is happening here. The payment system often fails to ask your bank for authorization. The credit card that will finally work is the one that successfully triggers a request for authorization on your banking app on your phone. So once I authorized the transaction on my phone, it went through. Honestly, getting past the payment screen felt like a bigger achievement than passing the exam itself. Once you've paid, you have to set up your environment. This will involve downloading a special secure browser that locks down your entire computer. Then comes the environment check. I kept failing the brightness test because the system kept telling me that my room is too bright. I had to move into a completely dark room for it to work. Then you have to use your phone to take multiple pictures of your surroundings. Just follow the instructions on your screen. Somewhere along the way, you will need to show your photo ID, and then it will take you to the screen where you have to wait for the live agent to connect with you. I had to go through the setup process twice because the second time my internet connection got interrupted and I had to connect with the live agent to restart the whole process. So if it's your first time, schedule your exam with plenty of buffer time. I would recommend blocking 4 hours for the whole exam setup process, including the exam. The live agent confirms that you're ready, checks your system, informs you that if you want to go to the bathroom, do it now because you cannot do it during the exam, and wishes you good luck. Shortly after that, a button shows up on the screen where you click continue, and voila, you've started the exam. I had 45 questions and you have 90 minutes to complete the exam. Now, the questions are less about technical details and more about applying the right AI strategy to a business problem. If you want to get a general understanding of what questions you will find on the exam, just take the mock exam offered by Google and you'll know what to expect. When I was into my 40th question and I was happy that I'm almost done, my internet connection froze. And it said that if your internet connection continues to be interrupted for 3 minutes, refresh or exit and your progress will be saved. So I clicked refresh and it closed my lockdown browser and it got me back to the web assessor profile. And when I hovered over my exam, it said suspended for further review. I was terrified. You can read in the terms that if there are interruptions on your side, Google has the right to ask you to pay the fee again if you want to retake the exam. It might happen, but in my case, I was able to connect with a live agent that helped me troubleshoot my internet connection. I had to adjust my location settings, and then I expected it to take me back to the exam. Instead, I had to do the verification process all over again, including taking photos of my surroundings, the brightness test, and taking photos of my ID, and of course, getting to the live agent with the screen telling me that I'm 7th in line. So if your internet connection freezes, the good news is that your progress and time is saved. But please make sure that your internet connection will remain stable throughout the whole exam because you do not want to go through all the stress that I had to go through. I hope that walking you through my troubles will save you a lot of time and stress. As a thank you for liking and subscribing to the channel, you can find the link to my NotebookLM with all the resources that helped me pass the Google Generative AI Leader exam. I hope it helps. And now I want to hear from you. Are you going to take the exam? Or if you've already taken it, what was your experience like? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.